Welcome back. Thom Hartmann here with you. So I'm looking at the Republican Toady television network, also known as Fox so-called News, and it's how are you going to spin this thing, guys? Oh well, pre-existing conditions. That is a luxury. That is a luxury. Just listen. Here's Brian Kilmeade on this thing. Just listen to this. This is amazing.
Ran on. So we've given you details of so many different plans. We're going to stay away from the details right now. Just know this: $8 billion for pre-existing conditions. A lot of people focused on that. We can understand that America's getting used to having that luxury.
Yeah, Americans getting used to having that luxury. You know, the luxury of having your pre-existing conditions covered. Alex Lawson is on the line with us, Executive Director of Social Security Works and all-around expert on all these kind of things. Alex, welcome back to the program, and also my regular fill-in host. Alex, welcome.
Thanks, Tom. And I'm here at the rally on Capitol Hill with hundreds and hundreds of people who've come out in the last 12 hours. You have united elected Democrats standing here. I think your lead-in was really important. They're not going to get into the details because they know that this thing is a big bag of garbage that they're trying to sell.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's Brian Kilmeade on Fox News saying, "Oh, this pre-existing condition, it's a luxury." I mean, really? I guess if you don't think that healthcare is a right, everything is a luxury. But this is mind-boggling. So, Alex, any thoughts on exactly what the impact of this bill will be? Steve Ratner on MSNBC this morning was saying that if you have cancer, if you have metastatic cancer, plan on spending over $70,000. Well, let me get the exact number here.
$140,000.
Yeah, $140,000 extra, right?
Yep, in premiums. I mean, it's just saying, oh well, they have access if they can pay $140,000 per year for that health insurance, which obviously no one can. So they're just ripping away 24 million people's health care. And in this Trump Care 3.0, pregnancy is a pre-existing condition. Sexual assault is a pre-existing condition. This is not a health care bill in any way, shape, or form. And I'm standing here with this crowd of people who it's extremely clear that the American people know that. And as soon as everyone really learns, in many cases, who their member of Congress is, and if they voted for this thing, I think the main impact of Trump Care 3.0, seriously, is that many, many people who vote for it are going to lose their jobs.
Yeah. Well, let's hope so. And that's why I think a lot of these Republicans were initially reluctant to vote for it. But the bottom line here, and I keep saying this, Alex, and I think it's really important that we just, the corporate media will not talk about this, and I don't understand why, but they won't talk about it. And on the couple of occasions that people have brought it up, like for example, somebody brought it up on Morning Joe this morning, immediately conversation was changed, is that one of the ways that Obamacare's subsidies for working people and poor people, Medicaid expansion and everything else, was paid for was with an almost 3% tax. You probably know the number better than me. It's either 2.7 or 2.9% additional tax on capital gains. The capital gains tax maxes out at 20%. So if you're an average working stiff like you or me or the guys here in the studio, the most you can pay in taxes is 39.5%. If you're making your money with money, if you're an investor, if you're the investor class, the donor class, if you're part of that, 5% of Americans own 80% of all the stock out there, and you make your money by stock values going up or other kinds of capital gains, the most you pay in taxes is 20%. But now it's 23% because of Obamacare. And the billionaires, I mean, the really big billionaires, this is costing them literally hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe billions of dollars. And so they're throwing millions of dollars into the pot to say, oh, we need to repeal and replace Obamacare, when it was never about repealing and replacing Obamacare. Obamacare was a Republican idea. It was about repealing, period, this added tax on billionaires. And this is why they're twisting themselves into pretzels to try to figure out how to come up with $8 billion to pay for a high-risk pool so some people with pre-existing conditions won't get nailed too badly because they don't have the money without the tax on the billionaires. Is there anything that I just said there that you would like to either disagree with or expand upon, Alex Lawson?
No, I mean, you're exactly right. It's so clear that this is not a health care bill. It is just a tax cut. That's all it is. And, you don't have to be a policy expert to look at this and see that that's the only reason that these members of Congress are going to go and pull the lever and vote yes on a bill that will literally harm and could kill their constituents. And it's because the money people behind their campaigns are saying, I need another golden yacht. I need my capital gains to be able to afford me to do, another worldwide vacation or whatever it is that these billionaires spend their money on.
Yeah, we need to buy a new mansion in Mallorca.
Exactly. Whatever it is, they just sit on it like Scrooge McDuck. But that's what this is. That's what this fight is about. They're taking our health and the American people's health and their lives, and they're doing it for cash money. That's what this is about.
Yeah, and I don't get why the media will not point this out, other than that the people who own the media also make their money from capital gains. They're by and large stockholders. And so, they'd rather we didn't have this conversation about the 3% tax that really is at the core of this whole thing.
Exactly. And, the interlocking boards of the corporate media, they are the billionaire class. The
Yep.
corporate media is the arm of the billionaire class that sells their story, that makes it possible for these members of Congress to try to ram through a massive tax cut by stealing the American people's health care. And the media just won't talk about it, right? I mean, I know you've seen this. They're now starting to sell this thing as a win, right? And
yeah.
the storylines are like, if they get it through the House, what a win, what a momentum changer. That's not true at all. This is, they get this through the House. The only thing that's going to mean is we're going to know the names of every single person who voted for it.
Which is arguably a good thing. But, it's politics as sports. It's the only way the corporate media will do it. Alex Lawson. Alex, hang on
You're
just a
listening to Thom Hartmann. Visit thomhartmann.com for audio and video archives.
Alex, you can tweet him at ALAW202 or at SSWorks, socialsecurityworks.org. Thanks, Alex.